I am dropping a V8 in my Focus. That feels insane to say out loud. One might feel so inclined to ask themselves, why? Well, being the absolute Chad I am and having a constant need to deplete my bank account on early 2000s economy cars requires me to make a ridiculous financial decision once every few years. I get this itch, and regardless of who tells me it's a bad idea, I never listen. Enter my 2002 Focus ZX3. I bought this car in May of 2020 as a marketplace find and quickly became enamored by it.
All right, so today I'm buying my first car that's gonna be in my name, and it's gonna be fast. So like, I'm super fucking excited.
I slowly built a following and started making friendships along my journey of owning a 20-year-old boosted economy car. I dumped thousands into keeping it running, like being one of the first to have a fully custom fuel system capable of E85 on a stock ECU. Addressing its weak points and making adjustments that match my tastes. I religiously drove it spiritedly, cleaned it, and took it to car meets within my local scene. I did my fair share of hooning. And before I knew it, this car became a part of me. I became one of the overly obsessed Mark I Focus nuts. So some of you may remember when I started this channel and the plans of taking ridiculous parts from a second boosted Focus I found and dropping them into my pride and joy. I then quickly realized the Maroon ZX3 was a complete basket case and needed lots of work. While still being super cool, and with its crazy Cosworth parts and expensive stuff like chassis welded roll cage and LSD, it still needed roughly $5,000 to make it the car I wanted it to be. Then my precious Z-Tech car began giving me issues. What started as an occasional hard start slowly turned into not wanting to start at all and a decrease of power at highway speeds. I spent hours trying to chase the issue only to have a leak down test performed and the results to show a burn-up valve causing low compression on cylinder 3. So the car sat on jack stands in my parents' garage for a long time. It sat and collected dust while I effectively moved on. I sold my financed Mazda 3 to free up money, save for repairing the Focus, but truthfully, I had no idea where I wanted to take it and was losing motivation. I fixed the Maroon car while wrecking it, while test driving it 2 days after it spent 9 hours on the dyno undoing all of Turbo Tom's tuning, or lack thereof, and managed to trade it for a very high mileage but well kept and reliable late 90s Civic. I was very impressed after taking the Honda pill. After some preventative maintenance, the car never gave me any issues. It was super fun to rev out and routinely got 35 miles per gallon while blowing cold air. I sold it after a year and a half of driving it and had a brief 6-month fling with a Mark VI GTI, which while fun, almost completely turned me off of cars with the insane unreliability. I even thought about selling the Focus and quite literally almost did. The title is still notarized, but my beautiful, loving partner drew me a picture of it for Christmas and it made me think, this is my car. This was my first car. This is the first car I bought with my own money, and I have spent so much time with it and have created so many memories. I couldn't sell it, but I still didn't know what I wanted to do with it. So it continued to sit on the back burner. I bought myself a reliable daily to help save for whatever future I could give the Focus. I bought another bucket list car, a rust-free Scion XB with a manual transmission and the same color as my parents had growing up. Driving it was great, but I still felt empty and needed to go fast again. That's when someone a couple hours away from me was selling a nearly complete Google Components 302 swap kit for a crazy price. I drove down and got it my next available day off. And now, here we are, beginning the new beginning. My 3-door hatch is getting an American V8, a 5-speed manual, and a conversion away from wrong wheel drive. And you get a front seat for all of this.